Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22. Continuing our French orchards run here, and just finishing up the harvest. Hopefully we get it done before... Actually, I should slow down time. Hopefully we get it done before the rain comes. And can go from there, but... I'm assuming the rain affects the grape harvest just like it affects every other harvest. But I haven't actually tried, so I don't know for sure. How are the prices doing right now? The only price that could be close would be eggs, because the other ones, we are not even close to the time period for them. And eggs... Did I miss it? Nope, there it is. Just at 1,000. I mean, we're just not even close. I'm still thinking the prices might be wrong for eggs. So probably what I'm going to do is... I mean, the good price for eggs is November. So we are 2 months away, to be fair. But probably what I'm going to do is just... When November comes, whatever the price is, just sell them and assume that's going to be as good a price as it's going to get. Because I think my spreadsheet's right for every other item. But for some reason, the eggs just seem like they never get close to that price. And the price that my spreadsheet says is $16.63 for a 30% increase. Which doesn't make any sense because the average is $11.20. So wouldn't a 30% increase be... Oh, that's right. Sorry, I'm getting stuck here. Really? I'm stuck and I can't get off the thingy? There we go. Oh, that would be a 30% increase. Well, then I don't know. I honestly don't know what the deal is. Well, at least with these grapes harvest, I mean, with the grapes, the lettuce, if we can make it to February, we are going to have a really large amount of money coming back into us. We're looking on. Chickens still have food. We just filled them up. Production here, getting high on the tomatoes. We need to get those emptied out, but we can't empty out until we get the chickens the rest of their grain, their wheat, and can turn that back into a flatbed. We've got a little bit of money left over. We might be able to make it to sell time. I mean, I guess we're allowed to go negative with the loan interest. So that just means that we just need to fill up like all the water and all that stuff right now while we have money. And that way we can for sure make it, you know, to November or whatever. Or February, depending on which crop we're looking at. Well, we just need like, what, 3,000 liters of water? A little bit more than that, about 3,200, something like that, for each greenhouse in order to make it to November. I think we can do that. Wish there was another grain that would be coming up soon, but they're all kind of stacked right on top of each other time-wise. So it's either we get it or we don't. And then we got to wait basically another year until we get another chance at it again. Just realized we didn't even mulch this time around, did we? I don't think it made that much difference. I think it shaved off like 2% on the 2.5%, something like that on the yield, but not much. I'm not sure if it's worth mulching if you're only going to get 2.5% out of it. Which I guess is normal for every other field, right? Mulching is about 2.5%. But some of the other fields you can use a much bigger mulcher, so it kind of makes it a little bit more worthwhile. But I think even then, the biggest mulcher is, what, 6 meters? So you're going to have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Since it's only a 6 meter wide. Like, if I had the biggest field possible, I don't know if I would even bother mulching. I think the mulcher is just too small to make that justifiable. Now, the funny thing is about that argument is the bigger the field, the bigger 2.5% makes. But at the same time, the bigger the field, the more you're going to get anyway. So maybe the less you care about the 2.5. Like, it's weird, like, kind of depends on what angle you take with it. Like, if I've got 1,000 acres, you know, which is not, that's more than we can have. But like, if I had $1 million coming in, yeah, 2.5% more would be a nice amount of money to come back in, right? But actually, if it was $1 million, that would only be 25,000 bucks. Oh wow, that puts in perspective. No, I think to save myself time, I would gladly accept $975,000, give up the $25,000, and save myself the time and hassle of mulching. You know what? Mulching's not worth it, guys. I'm actually starting to come to the side that mulching is not worth it. Not for the time investment. If it was a bigger mulcher that you can get, sure. And for smaller fields, maybe it's okay because 6 meter mulcher is actually, you'll get it done pretty quickly there. That's not bad. But for a massive, massive field, I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. Actually, it's less than $25,000 on that argument, on that $1 million argument. Because baseline would be $500,000. If you did 0 yield improvements, you would get $500,000 worth of yields, right? $500,000 because the yield improvements are above. Like, it's like increased yields, not just, you're not going to get $0 if you have not done any of the fertilizing and all that stuff. Let's say the very minimum is $500,000, then 2.5% of that increase is only what, $12,500, right? Am I doing my math wrong? I feel like that's actually 100% accurate. That is, and none of these fields are going to give us $1 million, by the way. That's an astronomical number, just to try to put it in perspective for myself. More likely, you know, maybe if you had a decent sized field, you might get $100,000 worth of stuff. So then you're only losing $1,200 worth of. That can't be right. I'm doing my math wrong somewhere. 10% of $500,000, or let's say, like I said, back to the $100,000. 10% of half of that would be $5,000. Yeah, divided by 4 is 12. Oh my goodness, mulching is terribly, terribly inefficient. I cannot. Why am I mean, again, mulching on smaller fields probably still okay because it doesn't take that long to do. Mulching on a large field, there is absolutely no way in the world I see that's worth it at all. By that argument, rolling isn't worth it either. Because the biggest roller you can get, I think, is 12 meters. See, mulcher is this one right here, 6 meters. 7 miles an hour. That would take forever on a large field. Oh, no, you can get a bigger mulcher. Or a bigger roller, I mean. You can get a 24-meter roller. Okay, 24-meter roller, that's worth it. I would roll if we had something like that. But even the 12-meter one's not that bad. This is obviously very expensive. But a 24-meter roller, you can cover a large field relatively okay with that size of a roller. But mulching, yeah, that's just not efficient at all. Now, obviously, fertilizing, 100% worth it. There's no way I'm going to be able to argue that fertilizing is not worth it. What else would be yields? Come on, I cannot get going here. How am I that stuck on it? That's why I hate grapes, by the way, guys. Because you get stuck on things. Oh my goodness, stupid thing. Go. Yes. All right, here we go. I mean, I guess we could look. I got it all pulled up here, right? If I remember to hide it this time. So fertilizing 45%, absolutely worth it, because on a like I said, let's go back to the $100,000, right? Because that's more realistic. On a $100,000 field, if that was your maximum yield you can possibly get, then the fertilizing twice would be worth what, 45%, about 200,000 bucks, right? Something like that. 225, I think. Sorry, not 225. 25,000 bucks. About $22,500, something like that. Which is a good amount of money on $100,000. So if you started at a $50,000 baseline, you increased it with fertilization, that will bring you up to 70. Yeah, I realize this math would be easier if I said $200,000 field. We're gonna go back to that. All right, $200,000 field, maximum yield. $100,000 is your baseline, then $45,000 is how much you get increased from the fertilization. That's easy math. And I know the other one, it's 22.5, right? So I know the math. It's just, my brain's not working today, guys. Weeding, absolutely worth it as well. That's going to be a good chunk of money. Liming, worth it. That doesn't take that long at all. Plowing, I think, is still worth it. That doesn't take that long. But honestly, mulching and soil rolling, arguably not worth it. But I could see an argument for the soil rolling being okay because of how big the thing is. Mulching, I don't think I will ever... I'm not sure if I'll ever do mulching again now. Yes, it will bother me a little bit to not be at 100% because I like to be at 100% of the value because it's just a little tiny bit of OCD maybe. But no, not for the work that you put into it. It is. There's no way that becomes worth it. Not even for renting the equipment. Like, it costs you more than that to rent the equipment. 1,300 bucks right there. Oh my goodness. What have I been doing this whole time, guys? What have I been doing? Well, that was easy. I'm glad we've had this talk. Oh, I guess I could turn this back off. I'm glad we've had this talk. Because I've just saved myself a whole lot of time on all my other maps. I mean, I guess this one too, because I haven't bothered to mulch. But definitely on my all my other maps, I am saving myself a good amount of time. Why is this thing lopsided? Is that normal? Is it balanced? Is it self-balancing? Huh. That's kind of interesting. I guess I hadn't really paid attention to notice that before. I wonder how they keep this thing stable. Like, because it's got like a big gap right down the middle. It has to have some pretty strong, some sort of stability across that top bar there, because that's all that's holding this thing together, right? There is nothing holding together underneath because it's got to have that big gap. This thing is a very precarious machine. Even the soil roller, though, come to think of it, like, how much does this one cost to lease? 2,000 bucks. If I'm rolling $2,000, if I'm leasing for $2,000 to gain a $1,200 boost, no, that's not worth it either. Now it's 7,000 bucks. It would have to be a massive field to make either of those pieces of equipment worth it. Wow, guys, I'm having some light bulb moments here today. I guess that's what you get when I'm just harvesting stuff and nothing else to do except just mindlessly harvest. Did I get everything? I think I did, right? Guess I can. Yeah, it should be fine. I should run over here real quick just to make sure. No grapes, no grapes, no grapes, no grapes, no grapes. We are good. Okay. Wow, when I'm talking about other things, that actually doesn't take that long. I'm gonna start telling you guys stories. We're gonna start with a storybook hour and find me a good book to read while I do grapes, because then I don't even think about it and it doesn't take that long. We need to get some water filled up. And we need to empty out some stuff. How much have the chickens eaten? Not enough to matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to fast forward a little bit today. See if we can get them to eat a little bit of food. How much we got in here? 191. So we need them to eat about 65 liters apiece. Which is probably not going to happen today. Because they don't eat very much. Suppose the tomatoes run out of water. It's not the worst thing in the world because... well, we don't have that much more space anyway. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, where'd that come from? Oh, this is field 25 that I mentioned. Oh, it's field 25, guys. I wasn't expecting it because I was like, there's no way that's going to come up because now I want it. Okay. Well then. Maybe canceling all those contracts was a good idea. Maybe it helped. Look at that giant sewing contract. We are going to borrow items for this contract. Now, it is raining right now. We can't do it yet right this second. But we can do it soon. Now, we do have wheat still in here. But we'll use the trailer that comes with this new one. Oh, that's right. We don't need you anymore. What am I looking for? Get rid of you before I forget. Oh, this is a really big deal. This is a massive deal to be able to do this contract. Get us some sorghum. May have to get me another trailer just to be able to hold stuff. I don't know why they always have the trailer like the wrong side facing me. Fortunately, field 25 is clear across the other side of the map. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, please. If you're, I don't know. I think this is one of my least popular series, but I'm sure there's still some people watching it. Do you bother with rolling and mulching? Because if you do, based on any good quantity of crop coming off your fields, it's not worth it. And do you agree? Did I do my math wrong somewhere? Please let me know. It's very possible, because as most people know, doing math verbally while you're doing a YouTube video always ends in failure. Okay, maybe not always, but often ends in failure. Alright, what's the best way to get there? I've not driven that far across the map before. Honestly, it looks like just take this road south and around, maybe? I mean, we could cut across and probably be there just as quickly, but it's about the same. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this started. Then I'm going to go grab the tractor and fill up all my water. Since we've got a powerful tractor that can do that now. And then, yeah, I think that'll work. And then I can drive the tractor over there and empty this guy out. Hopefully we can get the water filled up before this guy needs to be emptied out. I'm glad I checked. I honestly, for some reason in my mind, was thinking we were already past the month for sorghum. I just had forgotten that this is the second month of sorghum and we were still there. And I was waiting for the field 25 on purpose. Totally forgot about it. So I probably could have almost cut across that dirt field, but we'll go around. We'll take the scenic route. But the funny thing is that I've already recorded a few more episodes of pretty much all my other series for farming. This is the last one I was going to do of kind of this batch. So all my newfound knowledge, you guys aren't going to see in the other series for a few more days. So if you don't see it happen right away, that's because I've already I've pre-recorded those episodes before I got to this one. Ooh, this one's very slopey field over there, isn't it? That's it in front of us, right? Up there on the side of the hill. Oof. Hope our equipment's strong enough. That will take some horsepower to push up those hills. I mean, I realize we can just drive across the train tracks, but is there an actual entrance to this field? Go away. Just because I'm driving down the middle road doesn't mean you can try and squeeze past me. Come on now. I don't think there's an actual way to get into this field. We're just going to have to bump across the train tracks. Okay. Now we just need the rain to go away. Really? That just raises the front, doesn't it? That's not actually raising what I'm wanting to raise. Oh, there we go. It still worked. Does that actually affect anything? I honestly don't know. I don't know what the raising and lowering does as far as the game is concerned. I mean, I get in real life it would make a difference. I'm assuming it would leave more stock and stuff like that or whatever, but I don't know if the game actually simulates any of that. I've never tried. This is a very awkward field. Alright, we gotta fast forward till we get past the rain. Come on, rain. Let's go. Alright, well. Let me get the water filled up while I just realized I was sitting there fast forwarding. I should probably really go ahead and get the water filled up. And then we'll start fast forwarding again. At least a little bit of the water filled up. If I can get some in there to make sure they're still going, then I can fast forward after that. So no worries. Was it 4-hour blocks for rain? I think 4 hours, 6 hours, something like that. It's a few hours of each block, I think. Where did I leave my water thing? Over here on the end. Oh, there it is, right there. Whew. I was like, I was hitting the brakes. It was still rolling backwards. It is, oh, it's pulling me big time. Not even full yet. That's dangerous right there. Because I can get my stuff stuck pretty easily. Wow, I think it's pulling big time. This thing might not be able to pull this out of the water after all. If the empty trailer is so heavy that it's pulling the tractor backwards. I just got it, I think. Right, we're good. Yeah, we're good. I'll have to get me a big tractor like this just for the water. Put a little bit in each of these. Just to make sure they don't run out while I'm fast forwarding to get past the rain. Alright, let's go ahead and fast forward now. There it is. There we go. Get you rolling. Alright, we're going to put a cut in there. I'm going to go ahead and get some of the rain, or some of the water filled up. And then we'll come back and we'll finish up this contract and go from there. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.